think that'll do. So with making this exhaust, I think the first thing I'm going to do is get the cover on this side, just so I can get my routing a bit better. I might have to take the peg, my crusty peg. Might have to get my pegs off to do that, but I'm going to put anything on that looks like it needs to be on for me to route properly. What's that? I wonder what that's for. Oh, that's the exhaust mount. I'm going to level the bike, because if you look at it, it's currently leaning, so I'm going to level it up so I can get the exhausts level, so I'm not riding down the road with one up in the air and one facing the road. We'll go from there. We'll make up a nice little flowing exhaust. This is, what is it? See if I can remember. I can't remember. This is 35mm ID, which is like 38 on the OD, inch and a half basically, inch and a half OD. I've already made up some nice little brackets. These are what's going to go here to support the exhaust, and then I've got these standard, aftermarket exhausts are a slightly bigger diameter, so I've got some nice reducers to go into the exhaust and then into our 38 OD pipe, inch and a half pipe. So that should be ideal. Gets rid of the old twin wall design, and hopefully it'll look pretty cool, sound pretty cool, but we'll see. Let's go. Right, I think I'm quite happy with that. Let's get this crusty peg back off so I can, I don't know if I can get that blasted. You're supposed to be able to get replacement ones, but I can't find any stock anywhere, so I'm going to blast it and try and repair it. Let's just get it out of the way for a sec so we can get the exhaust off and look at it properly. Because next what I'll do is I'll purge weld it. God, these are tricky to get off. There we go. Right, so I'm quite happy with how it flows with the frame. I think that looks quite good. Considering these are all just leftover bits of pipe other than the reducers from other bikes I've done. I think this is the same as what I used on my Transalp 650, I think. Sorry, Transalp 600. Yeah, now I just need to kind of copy that on the other side. It's quite angular. Could have probably done with increasing that angle, having that flatter. But then saying that, I've kind of got it lifted up at the back a bit at the minute, so hey ho. I think I quite like the way that flows. It kind of matches up with the... no, it doesn't at all. It kind of matches the frame, but not really. But I like it. I think it'll look good. I'll just try and replicate it on the other side, and then I'll TIG weld it. So that's both sides tacked together. I guess now all there is to do is take them both off and have a go at purge welding them. Knowing my luck, they'll distort loads while I weld them, and then they'll never fit again, but we'll see what happens. I've had to bring the Suzuki inside because it is now hammering down with rain. The joys of living on the south coast. Ooh. All right, what I'm going to do, because that seam there is going to end up kind of quite close to me, and the stub's only like that long, I would normally tape that and put a little vent hole in it, but I'm actually going to leave the whole can on it and put tape on the end of the can so that as I heat that, it doesn't just melt the glue on the tape and blow the tape off with the pressure of the purge gas. First, I'm going to do a few more tacks on the back just to get it where I couldn't get to, just to get it a little bit stronger before I weld it, because otherwise it's going to distort like crazy. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to put a few tacks around the back of these ones. Shouldn't move much because I've already got 2 tacks, so putting another tack on shouldn't affect it like that. Get some more tacks on those, get another couple of tacks on the bracket, and then I'll probably put a pulse on, get some purge gas on. I'll even use purge gas to weld the bracket because this exhaust pipe is only like 1.5 mil thick, and it will burn through. And that way, at least if I've got purge gas on, it won't burn through and go sugary. It'll be kind of nice. These welds, I'm not going crazy with the finish. I'm going to use a Scotch-Brite bristle on the drill, just around the diameter of the weld. Gives them a nice uniform finish and gets the coloration out. And then I'm going to use just some Scotch-Brite, just to give them like a nice uniform kind of satin sheen. This is very satisfying. See if I can get you a good close-up of this. So which one should we do? Oh shit. I've just smacked the exhaust into the wall already. Let's do one of these. And this is very quick and very satisfying. I mean, that was seconds, and see how good that looks. I'll get you nice and close to it. Gives a really good consistent finish. And then I'm just going to use, I'll see how it comes up using this Scotch-Brite, but I'll probably end up using red. No, that looks good. Yeah, that'll be nice and uniform. So I'm going to go ahead and clean off all of these, and then we'll get the exhausts back on the bike. I'm not doing these up too tight because I don't want to crush the gaskets completely, because this is just like a dry run. Because if this starts and runs okay, I'll take it all back to bits so I can send the frame off. I'll drop the frame off for powder coating and the swing arm off for powder coating, and I've already dropped off the side panels and the headlight bowl to be painted to match the tank. I did that a couple of days ago. And yeah, if the engine runs, all I need to do is pull the whole bike to bits again. Because the frame, I know it doesn't look too bad, but like the spots of rust everywhere, and like it's been hand painted, like touched in a few places. I don't know if there's any I can show you that are like obvious, but she's a bit rusty, she's a bit crusty. Let's give her some love. Should be like new, it'd be great. Checking the electrical timing then. Right, let's see what we can do. We'll have a series of lights come on here because I've got it set to advance at the minute. So what I'll do is I'll turn on the ignition, I'll disconnect the coil, I'll take the power off of the coils so that they're not burning out. That's power off of one of the coils. That's the trigger, that's the power. Let's take the power off the other side, which is the power of the red and white cables on these Yamahas. Well, that's like an ignition live. So this is flashing like a mad thing. If I spin it around 1 revolution, the light goes out. Okay. So what I'm going to do is get it don't know what the green light means. So we've got red light off. We've got second red light off. I'm going to reverse what I've done here. So I'm going to basically, I think it's firing on the wrong cylinder, because we've definitely got fuel. I mean, I've done a jet clean twice now on these carbs and rebuilt them. Like, I'm getting the odd backfire, so I think it's just sparking at the wrong time. So let's swap this around. Let's do that. I've got I need a Allen key on the other side, which is a 5mm. Now I think on that side I'll need just a 10mm spanner to hold that while I lock it off. So let me find my 10mm spanner, or one of my 10mm spanners. Nice cheap Halfords one. So if what direction do I rotate this in again? Anti-clockwise. So let's go again all the way around. So that's thinking it's piston 1 off. That's thinking it's piston 2 off. So I'm going to set that as if that is piston 1 now, and hope that that solves our problem. So to do that, I need to loosen off the clamp on the other side. I'm now going to rotate this anti-clockwise. The light is on, and I rotate it until the light goes off, which I'll rotate a little bit farther then, to be honest, so I'm going to go all the way around. So I want it there. To test it, well, to like prove I've got it in the right place, I lock it off. I then spin it until we get to TDC again. What I do is I watch for the light to go out and check my position, and I've got it a little bit early. I've got 17. And I've got a marker. I'll use my torch to show you. I've got a marker just there. And when that marker gets the first line, it's on advance. So let's see. Turn my torch off. Right, light is on. I'm just, damn, I went too far. I'm just focusing on the lights at the minute. So I want to see when the light goes off. And if the light goes off, don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty close. It's not perfect. I don't know if I'm happy with it. Gonna go at it one more time. It's so close. I mean, I could probably leave it like that and it'll be fine, but I'm gonna go at it one more time and then we'll try and start it again. Hopefully it's got enough juice in the battery left to crank it over a couple of times. I'm not gonna bother putting the tank back on for a minute. There should be enough fuel in the bowls, but I don't know. Who am I? That sounded better. That sounded a lot better. Let's drop it down. I'll kick it over if I have to. I just want to hear it start up tonight. I don't want to wait for the battery to charge again. Choke off, tweak of. Right, I've turned the choke off, I've tweaked the idle up a little bit. Let's see if that makes any difference. Seems like it doesn't want to start and choke. Oh! Oh! Sweet music. Oh man, that's idling sweet. Oh man. It's running out of fuel. She's just running off the fuel in the float bowl, so I'm going to let her die. She's starting to spit. That's brilliant. Really happy with that. Quite happy with how that exhaust sounds too. Very good. Oh, out of fuel. Let's call it a day. Well, I'm going to call that quite a successful first start. A couple of little teething problems, but this is what happens when you pick up a bike that you haven't heard run and you don't know what the other guy's done to it, or don't know what to expect. Most of it's in really good condition, but it was just those couple of little teething problems with the carbs. That's probably my fault, because I left them with old fuel in them for like 6 months. And I messed up my electrical timing, but these things happen. I think, now we know it runs, it's probably just time to rip it to bits. So I think in the next episode, I'll start pulling it apart, ready for the frame to get powder coated, and so I can service the brakes and various bits and pieces. So I think that's where we'll leave off today. And yeah, in the next episode, we'll do the tear down now we know the engine's healthy. Cheers for watching.